I am a practical nurse. Growing up, my dad, he started as a janitor at a hotel. In Korea, he was kind of high up in management for airlines, so it was a really rude awakening when he first came here. When I was younger, my dad had a couple businesses, like restaurants, and watching those restaurants not succeed, I think in the back of my mind, I was a little bit like, what if I fail, or if I commit to something and I don't like it. I didn't really have that aspiration to do something. Coming out of high school, I took a couple years off and I worked at a few different places, most of it being at a salon. And then I decided after working at the hair salon that I wanted to go to hair school. I learned very quickly afterwards. I think I was only in the chair for about 3 months. I hated it. My dad's always wanted me to go into academics or specifically nursing. I decided to take a MOA program from Douglas, and at the time someone I knew was working at a naturopathic clinic. At the end of my first semester, they actually offered me the full-time cancer care position, and my friend who was the receptionist for the cancer side at the time, she was going on mat leave, and then they had offered the position to me, and just working and having that interaction with patients is where I realized that I really wanted to be in the medical field. Because initially I thought I wanted something really slow, still in the medical field, but something nice and easy, relaxed. And then I quickly realized just being at work and in that fast-paced environment, I actually thrive on fast-paced environments. I guess I was at a point in my life where I no longer just wanted a clock in, clock out job. I wanted something more for myself. And I think a lot of it had to do with my faith as well. One of my classmates, she's Christian, and just meeting her and getting to know her really just opened my eyes to the world of faith. And meeting the classmates that I did, I think that was a big factor in the shift for me in terms of my drive and my purpose and why I decided to go into nursing. My parents, obviously, they're getting older, so I wanted to really just be able to understand what's going on in a person's body and what's going on if something happens to my parents. I think it was my second to last night shift. It was this gentleman, he looked really disheveled, and there was an orange on his meal tray, and all he wanted was to open that orange. And so I just opened it for him and gave him the pieces, and he's just like, I need this to heal. And I thought it was a really beautiful moment. It reminded me of how grateful I should be for my own health, but also why I chose to go into nursing is to not only to help my parents, but to help other people and their healing journeys. So I am going to be getting a hand with an orange slice on it tattooed. I would have loved to be an RN, but because of my high school grades and just where I was, I just didn't have that time or finances to go upgrade my classes and then do my prerequisites and wait for the full RN program, so I decided to do LPN. I had such a good experience in the program. I was actually so surprised at how smart everyone was in the class, and it kind of really made me competitive, I guess. I didn't want to be that student that fell behind anymore. This program has opened so many doors for me, for what I can do with myself and my future and my career. And I wasn't really one to speak out. I would kind of just go with the flow. But now through the program, I've learned to really just be confident in my voice. I'm definitely more driven. I'm more assertive. I'm more vocal and confident. With the guidance from our amazing instructors and my brilliant classmates, I proved not only to myself, but also to my parents that I am much more capable than I could have ever imagined. Seeing my parents so proud of me brought me so much joy and furthered my drive to succeed. One night, my dad jokingly said to me, "I have never seen you study this hard. If you had studied this hard from the beginning, you would probably be a doctor by now." Everything just feels surreal. But it's also, I'm in at a point where I've been comfortable with being a student, and now I'm in that scary phase of transitioning as an actual nurse. I definitely want to get more involved with the church, and my one friend that kind of introduced me to everything, she does a lot of missions. So I was talking with her, and I definitely want to be doing missions down the road. Third world countries, overseas, just like health related things. I'm going to be working for a few years first just to get the experience, but I will definitely be going for my RN. We'll see where I am, but if I had the opportunity, I would love to go for like a nurse practitioner or even a naturopathic doctor.